It is not very often that on this channel, and even in face-to-face conversations that I have, that I can wholeheartedly recommend a singular product to absolutely everybody. And this is also something that absolutely everyone can afford. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Cole Caparoon. Thank you for stopping by for another video. This is something that I think everyone should get, and everyone with a Patchbay. And if you don't have a Patchbay, you should probably get a Patchbay anyway. Let's actually have that conversation towards the end of the video. I want to talk about pros and cons of having a Patchbay, and if you don't have one, why you should probably consider one, because it's a game changer in your workflow. But for everyone else who already has a Patchbay, I wholeheartedly recommend this. And they are definitely not paying me to say this. As a matter of fact, this video is sponsored by Sweetwater. But again, we'll talk more on that later. Now, a product that I've talked about in other videos was a dry erase Patchbay label, where you could take a Sharpie and you could mark all the inputs and outputs and what every piece of gear was. And then if you changed it, you just take an alcohol swab and just wipe it down and then start over. And it's something that they still offer. Trace Audio offers this. It's something they still offer, and it's something that I had on my Patchbays for a year, 2 years now. And it was a total game changer being able to label my TRS Patchbays. But almost immediately when they started making those dry erase labels, they were also focused on turning it up a notch and making an actual printable label that you could customize. And after like almost 2 years of working on this, they have finally launched it. I'll put a link down below to the website that you can go to, but this is absolutely awesome. So you just jump on their website, you can design your own Patchbay label, you can merge stuff together. Like I went in there and designed my own, and like I've got 8 ins and outs from my Apollo on the Patchbay that are all merged together in a single block, and then any stereo pieces of gear that's merged together in a block, so you've got your ins and your outs, and like you can color code everything. And my thought process, since I'm pretty bad at choosing colors in general, so I chose the colors that were representative of the piece of gear. So deep red for Rupert Neve designs, and blue for some of the Cappy stuff, and red for some of the Cappy stuff. My own signature pre's, the Cappy Rune. Like it just felt super cool typing my own name on the Patchbay label because it's a signature piece of gear that was so awesome. But they're all black, so obviously that block is black. And the distressor block, that's yellow, because the only defining characteristic is white, black, and yellow. The text is yellow on the distressor. So I decided to make my colors representative of the gear, but the layout and the design of this was super, super easy on their website. And so you just jump on there and you lay out however you want. You choose whichever Patchbay model that you have first, and then you lay out however you want. And then it's $30, like $29.95. It just sends it to them, and they print it and they mail it to you. Like, this is such a cool product. So I actually went over to Trace Audio, since they're here in Nashville. I went over there, and the system is pretty cool. It just prints the labels out. And what was really fascinating to me was the cutter. The cutter was super cool, how it cut out all the holes for the patch cables and for the rack screws. And like, I don't know why that was so fascinating to me, but that was very cool. And then it is literally as simple as when it shows up, you pull all your patch cables off, you stick it right on the top. It's a sticker, and it comes off easy if you decide to. It doesn't leave any residue behind or anything like that. And you just put it on your Patchbay. And then if you decide to change your Patchbay later, you can literally you can save all your different things on their website, and you can just jump back on and get a new one made, which is super, super cool. My Patchbays have only changed maybe once a year kind of thing, and like $30 to get a new label, so that way it's always just super fast and super easy to know where everything's going. It's like a no-brainer to me. It's just a no-brainer. And again, they are not paying me to say this. So my friends over at Trace Audio said, hey, we'd like to do a giveaway with you on this video. And so they are giving away a Samson Patchbay, a Patchbay label, the custom design label. They're giving you patch cables. They're giving you a t-shirt. They're giving you a 30-minute consultation for whatever you want to talk about, hooking anything up studio-wise or any sort of studio organization. So we're going to do that giveaway, and then there's going to be a second place where they're giving away a t-shirt and a Patchbay label. So all you've got to do to enter is go follow me on Instagram, go follow Trace Audio on Instagram, and then send your Instagram handle to coltcaparoongiveaway@gmail.com. All the instructions will be down below in the description. Unfortunately, this giveaway is for the continental US only, so only the lower 48. Sorry, it's a shipping thing, and there's a bunch that goes into this. Please do not send anyone any money. No one's going to ask you for a single dime in order to win this, and I will not be notifying the winner in the replies to the comments. I'll be notifying the winner via a reply to your entry email. But I'm really pumped about this. This will give some of you a chance to get into this Patchbay world that I recommend so highly. So I hope it helps some of you out. Be sure to hit the links in the description below to enter, so that way you can see how to enter. I offered to do this video because it is a thing that I think will change people's workflow. I've preached about that many times on this channel, that anywhere I can save minutes, anything I can do to make things faster, and anything I can do to not take my brain power, my focus away from creating, these are things that I like to spend my money on. What decreases my time getting through a project, and what lets me focus on the creative process more and less on the technical. So I'll put a link down below so you can go design your own label if you want. But let's talk about Patchbays in general. Why would you want a Patchbay? If you don't have one yet, should you consider getting one? Now, in my opinion, the answer is a resounding yes. If you are ever climbing behind your rack to hook stuff up. If you ever are hooking up a microphone and you need to climb behind your rack to hook that microphone up, then you need a Patchbay. If you are ever connecting multiple pieces of gear together, then you need a Patchbay. If you are ever mixing with hardware and tracking with that same hardware, you should get a Patchbay. I'm sure there's a million other instances if I wanted to bore you with them, but pretty much every studio who works in any sort of professional capacity, or even if you're just recording yourself, but you're conscious of being, you're time conscious and you're trying to stay focused on the creative, a Patchbay makes everything easier, and you can connect your interface to any piece of gear or any piece of gear to any other piece of gear without climbing behind your rack, and it is so worth it. Now, I'll put links down below to a bunch of Patchbays that I have had and that I recommend, and you can hit those links down below and see prices. They range from like under $100 up to, I mean, as high as you want to spend, because they can get really expensive. So sonically, is there a difference? Well, I ran these TRS Patchbays forever, like literally forever, and I did not notice any sonic differences in them. Now, TRS Patchbays do take up more physical space. You have less connections in a single rack space than a TT Patchbay that has double the connections, but they're also far cheaper. And to me, sonically, they're identical. So I'll put links down below to a handful of Patchbays that I recommend. You do have to buy different snakes to go on the back of them to hook them up to your interface, or to hook them up to your pieces of gear. But I'll put links to a bunch of that stuff in the description down below. Those links go to Sweetwater. Sweetwater is sponsoring this video because I've gotten all my Patchbays from Sweetwater forever. Every Patchbay that I've ever had, I've bought from Sweetwater. Bought, not received for free. And the patch cables and the snakes and everything. So I'll put links down below for all of that kind of stuff. Trace Audio also makes snakes, and they do a great job. But links down below for all of that stuff. Anytime you guys need any piece of musical gear, you can jump on any one of my videos, click on any one of the links down below, and once you're on the site, you can purchase anything that you need, and it goes a long ways to help support this channel and help me keep making videos like this to show you guys cool products and try to give you cool info. So thank you for using those links anytime you need to purchase anything. Thank you, Sweetwater, for sponsoring this video. Thank you, Trace Audio, for making such a cool, no-brainer product that I think everyone should take a look at. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.